factor. So first we will draw our box and put x squared here, 24 here. So we want to figure out what multiplies to 24x squared, right? And then what adds to 11x. So we are going to look at the factors of 24. If we use the factors sheet, we'll see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24 are factors of 4. So we have two positives, so that makes this a little bit easier. So we want to pick two numbers that multiply to 24, but also add to 11. So I'm going to look at these numbers and figure out which ones add to 11. I know 8 plus 3 adds to 11, and 8 times 3 is 24. So 8x and 3x, right? So now I'm going to factor out my greatest common factor. So from the column, I can pull out an x. Here, the greatest common factor of 8 and 24 is 8. The greatest common factor of x squared and 8x, well, this one has two x's, right? And this has an 8 and an x, so we can pull out an x from each. And then we have from 3x and 24, 3 goes into 3 and 3 goes into 24, right? It's a factor. So we'll pull out a 3. So we're going to be left with x plus 8 and x plus 3. Now let's go ahead and check this with our with Desmos. So we're saying that this is our answer, right? So I'm going to plug in the original equation and our factored form to see if this works, right? If we've done it correctly, then the graphs will be on top of each other. So we have x squared plus 11x plus 24, and then our factors were x plus 3 and x plus 8. Great, the red and the blue are on top of each other, so we got it correct. For this problem, make sure you use vocabulary in your responses like factor, greatest common factor. You can say the box method. You can use the word graph, right? So if you're doing mastery check corrections, make sure you're using words like that. For this guy, again, we always start by drawing our box. So a squared and negative 12. We want to multiply our a and c, so that gives us, we want to know what multiplies to negative 12a squared, but what adds to negative a. I'm going to put 1 there because technically there's a 1. So the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So which of those we'll subtract to give us negative 1. 3 and 4 are going to be the ones that we choose because they are 1 apart, but one of them needs to be negative and one of them needs to be positive. So will 3 minus 4 give us negative 1, or will 4 minus 3 give us negative 1? Hopefully you chose that, so we'll make our 4 negative. So now we can put positive 3 and negative 4 into the box, and then we can factor out the greatest common factors. So we have negative 4a and 3a. So we can pull out an a. The greatest common factor here would be negative 4. Make sure it's negative because both of these numbers are negative. 4 because 4 goes into 4 perfectly and 12 perfectly. From the row, we can pull out a, and from the second row, we can pull out 3, because 3 goes into 3 and 12. So we have a plus 3, a minus 4, a plus 3, a minus 4. So now let's go ahead and plug in this and this to Desmos to see if the graphs are the same to check our answer. So a squared minus a minus 12. Always put it in as x, it won't recognize a. Minus a minus 12. Oops, sorry. Minus x minus 12. And then it was x minus 4, x plus 3. And the green and blue are on top of each other, so that means our work is correct.